This is it, the ultimate game in this college football season. Two teams that have battled through a long regular season, thrive in this 12-team playoff bracket, overcoming adversity along the way. And now, two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Good evening and welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Receiver makes the grab. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Screen to the receiver in the flat. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. They test the middle and get stuffed. That is just not open for business today.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Defense has smothered the running game. Now what's the call on third down and goal? Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. They'll pass up the chip shot field goal. They'll go for it on fourth and goal from the 4. To throw, it's Lagway. Pass caught. Can he get in? So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. Looking for some space. It's Daniels. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. My gosh,
this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. The sure hands. It's Hawkins. We get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on first and second down. So you force the offense to consistently have to try on third and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
The pass is broken up beautifully to prevent that big play. And the Gators will bring their punt team on the field now. And a low line drive, ugly punt. And the returner elects to fair catch. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Lagway. Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Grab down the middle. It's Sturdivant. They bring him down, and the drive has now reached the 35.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
On the pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking deep to the right side. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
The Gators will line up here on first down and goal. First and goal, handoff. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So the drive begins here, backed up at their own 9. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Caught quickly. They stop him at the 22, but that's an important breathing room on this drive.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. It's a wide receiver screen. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just
makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Gators are on the move here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. He's found some room at the 45. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. And the Gators lining up here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's a dart right down the middle. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Makes the grab. It's Daniels.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a first down.
And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Well, the receiver made a heck of an effort. He broke that one tackle, but there's just too many defenders flying to the football. Great stop by this defense to make sure he did not reach the first down mark.
Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. With the catch, it's Daniels. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
The Gators are in the red zone. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Try and muscle for the first down. Well, they bring him down at the 1, but set up now. First and goal from there.
Gutsy call here by this offensive coordinator to keep it on the ground on this third down, but he picks up the first with good hard running from the back.
The Gators trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. First play of the second half is a handoff. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down mark.
Receiver makes the catch. Finding some room at the 25. Touchdown, Florida. They continue to roll up the score.
Now that's what great teams do. Things are getting a little bit too close, so they go right down the field with just a few plays to put this game right back to having a comfortable lead.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 38. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He pulls in the catch. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
2nd down after that previous play. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Makes a quick grab.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
That's doing your homework as a defensive coordinator and making sure your players are dialed in on 3rd down. Obviously, it's 3rd and long. They want to get their best player to the football, so you double cover him, take him out, and force that quarterback to either force it into coverage or find someone else to make a play.
And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a...
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The pre-snap motion from the offense. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen.
Breaks into the clear. At the 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Gators. Way too much speed on that play. That's another touchdown, a dream performance for this running back on the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. They've heard all about him. In fact, they told us the only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. So far, they are struggling.
And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Here's the handoff. Picks up the first, looking for more. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Ball handed off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And the returner is brought down, and so one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. And the Gators offense retakes the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he has delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP in the national title.
Second down play coming up. Receiver in motion now. On the ground, it's Daniels. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. On the move now. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Man, a breakdown by this defense on that 3rd down. They give the quarterback way too much space. He recognizes it, takes off. Now it is 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Florida.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Grab down the middle. It's Jackson. They get him to the ground, and it's first down now at the 28.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. The offense now operating in empty. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Let's it fly to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Well, you go through the grind that this team has gone through, you learn to realize that your quarterback's going to be able to deliver on critical down and...
Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Gators. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair.
I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. The offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Pass caught down at the 20. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the fourth quarter. Run the ball. Get out of Dodge. Keep everybody healthy.
After one enormous play, the offense is set up with a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. Pass caught, second down now. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Steps out of bounds after a solid gain, which sets up a first and goal for the offense. Game is clearly wrapped up. The offense looking to rub it in here in the final minute. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught near the goal line. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk. They looked pretty good out there today in a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Florida Gators.